Where do I even begin? On April 5th, 2024, Jermaine Cole, Mr. Nice Watch himself, J. Cole, surprise dropped a new project called Might Delete Later. This release was so out of nowhere, but I don't think I've been this excited about a release since Utopia. This is my actual reaction to seeing Cole drop during a conversation with Gino's Music. P.S. Check out his channel, it's got some dope content.
Cole dropped a new album!
To state the obvious, I was very happy to receive new Cole music. And what did I think of it? Absolutely loved it. I'm looking at it more as a substantial version of the EPs known as the Truly Yours series, where we're getting finished music originally intended for Cole's studio albums that didn't make the final cut. I'm pretty sure Cole also views it in this light, calling it an EP at Dreamville Fest.
It's just an EP that leads me up to this thing that I've been working on for a long time.
Before I talk more about the project, I think I have to address the elephant in the room. 7-minute drill. Not even 3 days after it dropped, Cole, in front of 55,000 people, expressed his regret for putting it out there, essentially retracting the diss and even hinting at it being removed from streaming. Before we go any further, I just want to make one thing clear. Cole and Kendrick, along with Eminem, are my favourite artists, period. I do not favour one more than the other. With that being said, I couldn't be more relieved with Cole apologising. I would prefer collaborations between the two over this feud any day of the week, and wanted to give my 2 cents on this development. Cole's honesty and integrity are things that need to be commended. It takes a big person to admit when they've made a mistake, but an even bigger person to do what Cole did here and do it in front of 55,000 people. I know as hip hop fans, we want feud, and that competitive spirit to be at the forefront of the genre, but we ignore how these feuds have the potential to go beyond the music. Cole clearly has huge admiration for Kendrick, most likely both as an artist and as a friend. We have no idea how this feud could have affected their personal relationship beyond the music. Cole deserves his flowers for doing something unprecedented in hip hop and consciously walking away from beef. And he deserves praise, and not the completely undeserved hate and disrespect he's getting from a large portion of the community, because nobody seems to understand his reasoning. On the phenomenal track Trade the Truth in Ibiza, Cole raps,
"Fell off the pedestal, and I'm never getting back up. Done trying to be perfect, that shit is exhausting. An infinite force that nitpicking niggas get lost in."
What he's saying is that he's done feeding into other people's expectations of himself. He's sick of trying to appear perfect just to appear favourable to other people. He's fed up with it, and doesn't want to live his life in that way. This exact sentiment was mirrored in his Dreamville Fest speech, where he mentions,
But at the same time, I also had fear. I had fear that maybe I wouldn't get to where I wanted to go. And so that fear had me moving in an unusual way, right? It had me moving in a way that I damn near was thinking about and listening to people's expectations of me and then responding off of that, right? Luckily, I look at the last 10 years of my life and I go, damn, like, my life been peaceful, my life been blessed, I've been happy, I've been moving on my own accord, off my own desires, my own wants. Now, why am I saying all of that? All of that shit led me up into this point, 10 years later after this song. I'm here I am. I've been just chasing my shit, you know what I mean? Like following my dream and just trying to like head to the fall off in the way that I wanted to do it. I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God.
he put out 7-minute drill to adhere to the expectations of others, opposed to putting out something for himself. It didn't sit right with him.
In my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace.
Cole alluded to this concept on Trade the Truth and put it into full force with his apology, letting us see something that some people would view as bad or ugly. Oh, and to the people saying that Cole has switched up on Drake because he was featured on We Still Don't Trust You, just stop it. The album would have had to have been turned in before the apology, and Cole's verse most likely predates Might Delete Later Volume 1, where Cole mentions being in the studio with Metro.
Metro, same shit. I was in the studio the other night, and he was in there cooking up. I seen him cooking up, and it's just like.
It's an old verse. He wants no part in this feud as evidenced by his speech at Dreamville Fest. End of story. And that sums up this portion of the video. Now, let's talk about the rest of the EP. We're experiencing one of the greatest to ever do it, rapping at the highest possible level. I wholeheartedly stand by the fact that Cole's rapping is on a tier that essentially nobody else in the game is rapping at. My personal favourites as of right now are the vicious Hunting Rabbits, the flawlessly produced Sticks and Stones courtesy of Uncle Al.
I'm a potato now.
And Pie, which is arguably Song of the Year so far. While songs like Fever and HYB might not be my favourite songs in Cole's discography, I very much enjoyed seeing Cole experiment with new styles and sounds. But I love the majority of tracks on this project, and I really appreciate Cole for giving us these songs. We're getting insight into where he's at in life right now, seeing how confident he is with his craft, as he should be, on songs like Pie and Crocodile Tears, and how important the people in his circle are on Trade the Truth in Ibiza. The project also serves as something to hold us over as we wait for the main releases. Speaking of those, let's look back at what I got right about these next couple projects in my last video. I was correct in my assumption that the fall off isn't coming anytime soon. But what if I told you 6 years or so after its first tease, the fall off is actually still a while away? I was also correct that Cole wasn't going to use It's a Boy as a vessel for releasing Lucy's that didn't make the fall off, because that's what Might Delete Later is. I've been seeing theories that It's a Boy is going to be an EP of Lucy's from these old versions. My problem with that is, he couldn't have planned that back then, making me a little skeptical to believe that It's a Boy is going to be full of Lucy's. And I was also right about Cole still releasing It's a Boy. You see that? We still have to get It's a Boy before the fall off. He even alludes to it when he says,
I'm fully loaded, nigga, I can drop 2 classics right now.
We're 100% getting It's a Boy before the fall off. But this begs the question, when do we see these projects released? Well, we have a loose time frame based on the line from Crocodile Tears where Cole says,
Yeah, said I was finished, but I want another 2 summers.
This line has me confident that the fall off isn't coming out until the second half of 2025 at the earliest. If we're including this summer as one of the 2 summers Cole is talking about, then I can see my predicted release date of It's a Boy being correct, with November 15th giving us a considerable amount of time between Might Delete Later and a proper Cole release, and the fall off comes sometime in 2025 to 2026. We still have no confirmation as to whether or not I'm right about It's a Boy being a Drake collab, but at least we know it's a proper project, and one Cole clearly has immense confidence in. On Sticks and Stones, Cole mentions how he's going on a whole other run, so we can definitely expect to be fed by Cole over the next couple years. And like I said in my last video, Cole has thrown us curveballs over the last few years, so there could be an abundance of releases coming our way that we have no idea about as of right now. And that sums up everything I wanted to get off my chest about this past week. A little side note before I end the video, the reason I haven't started a consistent upload schedule is because I'm in university and I'm entering a big assignment period, so videos will be less frequent as they were in the first couple weeks, but as we grow the channel I plan on more frequent uploads. I also have some other content in the works, so stay tuned. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything I've planned. Thanks for watching, see ya.